stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. Stay clear of the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode number 253 of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Today's Monday, May 26th, 2025. It is Memorial Day. It's a day in the United States when we honor our fallen soldiers, those people who paid the ultimate sacrifice defending our freedom here in this country. And it's also a great time to eat hot dogs, apparently. It's the unofficial start of summer, or the official start of summer. I don't know which one we call it, but we'll say summer is here now. And wow, we're ready to kick off a very, very exciting summertime. Lots of new stuff coming to Walt Disney World, and we're going to talk about some of that new stuff today. But before we get into the Walt Disney World news, it is time that we reassemble the bad boys. I have to assemble the team. I've got to blow into my magic conch shell and get the full complement of Monorail hosts here today. So let's do it. And we're going to start by welcoming in Twitch superstar. It's Stephers. Stephers, welcome back to the Monorail. How you doing?
Holy moly. It really is. We talked offline right before Landon joined and we started recording, but it really has been a minute since I've been here, but also since we've been all together. I feel like life and the pursuit of happiness has, it's been a while. Hello.
I think maybe in the month of May, is this our first podcast where all three of us are together?
I hope not, but potentially, yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
It is very possible, but Landon's thinking real hard. I think it might be, or if not, it's that we've only done like two. Because I went out of town right at the beginning of May.
Then we had Mother's Day.
Then that was the weekend I went out of town. And then you had some special guest records.
Yep.
And here we are. We're back. Hello, it's me.
The people have been clamoring for it. You know, I know we got some good feedback about the in-park audio stuff, which has inspired me to try to mix more of that in. But I think people come here because they love the team. They love Stephers. They love Landon the Doz Doane. They put up with me. But, you know,
just look at each
other. We cannot move forward without welcoming in the third member of our team, the guy who brought me on to the radio this past Friday and made me a radio star in Knoxville, Tennessee, because he himself is a radio superstar in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's Landon the Doz Doane. Landon, welcome back to the Monorail, buddy.
Hi, everybody, coming in from the Isolation Station Club. It's me, it's the DOZ, Landon the Doz Doane, and it's a Monday morning. You know what that means. And yes, Stephers, I was thinking very hard. Yes, Stephers, I was looking off camera at my calendar I have hanging here in my lovely kitchen studios here in the Isolation Station of Love. If this isn't our first episode skating at full strength, to use a hockey term, in the month of May, this is the second episode because this is the first time that the three of us have recorded since episode 250. And I'm trying to remember when that dropped. But Jay, to your point, yes, you did join me on the Phil Show this past Friday, May 22nd in the 9 o'clock hour, when for some reason they gave me the keys to the Fun V and I hosted the whole 9 o'clock hour. You jumped on from 9:30 to 10 to talk about your experience at the now opened Epic Universe at Universal Studios. So if you missed that live, that is available in the Phil Show podcast feed, and you can find that wherever you get this fine podcast feed. And it's up because I remembered to post it this Sunday morning. bosses, don't listen to that last part where I admitted I forgot to upload the podcast. Also, fun fact, I did it. I just said we're recording on a Sunday. Sunday, May 25th is actually Goofy's birthday. So happy birthday, Goofy. Yeah. Happy birthday to the Goof. And while we're talking about fun behind the scenes facts, I farted this morning and it sounded just like Chewbacca. And I thought that was neat. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I even texted the smoking hot fiance about it. I was so proud. Yeah.
I'm sad she wasn't there to hear it.
So it's like I had a Wookiee in my hiney.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know,
this is what you miss when all three of us aren't together.
You know what I was thinking? So you're right. We did, of course, we all three recorded together for episode 250, but I think we recorded that ahead of our usual recording time because Stephers was going to be out of town, right?
That's right.
So that's why I was thinking it's been almost a month since we've recorded together because we did that ahead of time. So even though that dropped Cinco de Mayo, we recorded ahead of our normal Sunday recording time, and then I snuck up to surprise the Lotus for Mother's Day, and that's when you had your string of special episodes. So, Yep. In park from it was a funny thing. I laid out a plan that I was going to go to Epcot, and then I was going to make my way to the Magic Kingdom, and then eventually hit the Skyliner and go, like, come back to Epcot, get on the Skyliner and go to Hollywood Studios. And a little pop-up classic Florida afternoon storm kind of ruined that plan that day, but maybe I'll do that eventually. It was sort of going to be like a pilgrimage to Muppet Vision that day. But then we made up for it because I recorded with Skipper Bob and Theme Park Rob during our little Muppet Vision meetup. And that was a good day. It was fun.
Still waiting for y'all to record from Pizza Rizzo, by the way.
I know. We forgot.
I knew as soon as you said, yep, we're going to record when we stop for lunch. I thought it's like, they're so going to forget to record. And lo and behold.
We did. And Skipper Bob, he did he's like, we could try to recreate it. And I was like, there's no way. I can't lie to our listeners. This picture's
really good.
So, but no, it was fun. And yeah, I'll try to, what I was thinking is maybe like once a month or something, I could do a little walk and talk through one of the parks and record that and drop it as a bonus episode or something. We'll figure something out. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So people can experience the ambiance of the theme parks, as it were. But we're back together today. Thank goodness. It is nice to be back with you guys. I definitely missed you guys, and I hope you've had a nice month of May. And here we are. Summer is here. We're barreling into the exciting months where we're going to get at some point Beacon Barrel at Magic Kingdom. We're going to get a new nighttime parade, the Delta Dreamflight Parade. What is it called? I can't remember.
The Delta Dreamlight okay, all right.
Starlight,
Starbright. First parade I see tonight.
Tonight, I wish I may.
Now I need to confirm. Yeah, Disney Star. Can y'all? I'm confused. Listen. I'm the one who just goes in blind when we do these recordings. How do I know the answer to these questions?
I'm on a long weekend. I'm barely here, Stephers.
We're all on a long weekend. Listen, we had this conversation offline. Like, y'all already know what I've done this. Like, come on.
We're out of practice, Steffers.
We are.
We're shaking a little bit of rust off here. But yes, the Disney.
Shake it like a solid chick. Shake it like a. Sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Star Dream Parade is coming to.
Starlight. When you wish on a star, a dazzling new nighttime parade descends into Magic Kingdom Park. Disney Starlight, dream the night away.
It says
summer.
Dream the night away. There's dream.
I'm tired. Shining summer 2025, the Magic Kingdom.
So Jefferson Starship is coming to the Magic Kingdom. Yep.
Jeffers is coming to the Magic Kingdom? I haven't seen him in a long time either.
Yep. Jeffers, this is a terrible time to come to America. I would highly recommend against it. A lot of bad stuff happening down here.
But then also, in addition to those things, Geo82 is opening. Actually, we are almost.
Do you already have a reservation?
I've got a reservation, for not this Friday the 30th, but I will be going on June the 6th, Friday, June the 6th, with Cocktail Bob to Geo82. So that might be our next opportunity for a live recording.
Hear me out, friends of the monorail, including the co-host of the monorail. At what point do I just start dishing out my miles here and just making some pop-up trips just to go to these reservations that y'all keep making that just, at what point does Stephers just say, enough is enough? I am tired of missing out. How come Cocktail Bob gets to experience these things and Stephers does not?
Well, I feel like no one's telling you not to do that, Stephers.
I feel like
That's
my
true.
wallet, my responsibility, my conscience. Listen, Jiminy Cricket ain't saying, go to Big Universe, Stephers, go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a really good Jiminy Cricket impersonation.
oh, thank
by the way.
you. Thank you. I tried. I really tried.
I will say, I think if you had a angel Stephers and a devil Stephers on your
Oh, the devil would win.
I think both Stephers would be saying go to Epic Universe.
Oh, well,
Oh, most
yeah.
definitely. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So,
Oh.
I mean, if we're going by that guide, that's the advice you should be taking. But yes, lots of I'm just building up to say a lot of exciting things happening in the parks, and we've got a lot of news to get to. So, it's a hot day. I say we dive right into that swimming pool of news. That's right, dreamers. We're back with the headlines from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. We've got a lot of things to hit on today, but I wanted to start with something that shocked me when I saw this hit the headlines just this past weekend. As I mentioned last week, the tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Party, they're on sale, but I'm not going to steal any thunder here. This is something Landon used to always give us updates on when he was the host of Doz Does Disney. He was piloting the ship while the monorail was in the station for a while. So Landon, can you please jump back in the pilot seat here and give us an update on what's going on with the tickets for the Not So Scary Party for 2025?
Yeah, like you mentioned during the Doz Does Disney era, one of my favorite things was to talk about ticket availability for after-hour ticketed events and price points and stuff like that. Mickey's Not So Scary Party tickets have been released to the public, and we have our first sellout.
Oh.
It is for Halloween night itself. Jay, you made reference on last week's episode that that is the most expensive of this year's ticket offering, and it is an increase from what we saw last year at $229. That did not slow down the public want for this after-hour hard-ticketed event, as Halloween night itself sold out in less than a week.
Oh my God.
Now, I know that we that go down to the parks always talk about how Disney just keeps increasing prices and how it's pricing out a lot of people that do want to just go to Disney, period, or experience an after-hour hard-ticketed event. But clearly there's a demand for stuff like this, even when Disney does raise the prices. $230 a head for what, ages 7 and up?
Yeah.
Yes. I have a thought, but I don't know how accurate it is. Yes, they increased the prices, but I just feel maybe I'm just, being weird. What
usual.
are the chances they maybe have I'm ignoring that comment. They lowered the capacity. Not to say that Disney can't sell out events, but no, not even.
I don't know this for a fact,
not significantly, but
there is no way that Disney is going to lessen the pool for a after hours hard ticketed event if Disney can make more money. I mean, they already what was it last year, like 200? I feel like
I think it was 199 because I think it went up 30.
Let's call it 200. Last year was 200, so they upped the price by $30, and it still sold out. I don't think there's any way Disney would lessen the availability. If anything, they probably increased it because Disney saw last year it was a hard sellout across the board, across all nights, no matter the price point.
Yeah,
and we see the highest price point for this year's Not So Scary Party, appropriately enough, on Halloween night has already sold out, and it hasn't even been a week.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the good news is if $229 was outside of your price range, that you've got some good options. Like I'm looking right now, and if you wanted to purchase tickets in August, because the party starts August 15th, because who isn't in the Halloween spirit August 15th when it's 100 degrees outside in Orlando, Florida? when you get to wear whatever costume you want, as long as it's not covering your face. I'm sure you'll be. For me, I'd be wearing, a tank top and a bathing suit. I'm Beach Ken.
There you go. Yeah, you are lifeguard.
Yeah. But no, $119 right now for me if I wanted to buy. So this is for annual pass holders. $119. I could go on the 20. Oh, or $109 actually on the 17th. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the good news is, let's say I don't have a pass. So the low price is $119. $119 on the 17th of August. I know that's a lot of money still. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not $229. And it's still available. So,
and to your point last week when you were talking about what you get for your ticket to Not So Scary, you get in the park starting at 4:00 that day. So in essence, if you get there at 4:00, you get 8 hours in the Magic Kingdom, because the party starts at 8:00 and they start kicking people. No, party starts at 7 o'clock this year. So you get 3 hours in the park before the party starts, so you can have an experience in the Magic Kingdom with the general public. And then from 7 to midnight, you get the Not So Scary party. So, I mean, 8 hours in the Magic Kingdom, you can get a lot accomplished in addition to experiencing what I think is a very cool Disney experience in the Not So Scary party.
Agree. Yeah. Make the most of it. Make sure you get there early. And like I said, I think that early period's a good time to, if you wanted to knock out some rides, do that so you can focus on the Halloween stuff once the party starts.
Mm-hmm. And go in with a game plan. Go in knowing kind of an idea of what you and your party want to do. I mean, you can go in willy-nilly, so to speak, but at the same time, you're going to lose some of your party time, because the party starts at 7, ends at midnight. You think, okay, we got 5 hours. That 5 hours can disappear just like that.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, I haven't done the Halloween party, but I have done the Christmas party. I will say I did the party in place of purchasing a day ticket for Magic Kingdom. I think that was a really good value.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. So just think about that. If you want to do something special, can't necessarily afford to add another day to your park or you want to just, I don't know if there's a deal, but it's worth doing the after hours.
Yeah.
It is enough time.
Yes.
It is enough time to do pretty much anything you'd want to do. And you don't have to pay.
Yeah, and because those Magic Kingdom days when there is the party, they tend to be somewhat lower attended days for regular guests, especially as you get closer to the party. It's going to start clearing out. So you can take advantage of that. And like Steffer said, get a lot done for sure. Yeah. Steffers, if you were planning on traveling down to the Not So Scary party, would you be interested in possibly staying at a fancy new refurbished room?
Potentially.
Where might you stay?
What a great segue, Justin. I'd love to tell you.
Eat it up.
There is a refurbishment happening on over 1,000+ rooms. Oh, refurbishment already happened. I'm sorry. It's completed. It's done. I'm ready. With Mardi Gras flair at Disney's Port Orleans Resort. When you say at Disney Port Orleans French Quarter, because there are two sides, two versions, two
sections. I don't know.
Sections. Yeah, I don't know what to call it.
Quadrants.
Quadrants.
Sure. Well. You're instantly transported to the lively streets of New Orleans. Colorful building facades, grand walkways, and lush greenery evoke the feeling of walking through the city's historic streets. Now, with over 1,000 room refurbishments officially completed, there's even more festive flair for guests to discover at this fan favorite resort, which it is actually a fan favorite. A lot of people that I know highly recommend staying there. Throughout each room, colorful fabrics and patterns inspired by the city's charming architecture bring the lively spirit of the Big Easy to life, just like the building's vibrant exteriors. You'll also notice nods to Mardi Gras celebrations, including artwork featuring those iconic purple, gold, and green beads.
Yeah.
You know when you go to Hawaii and they give you a lei when you first cut, they should Mardi Gras beads.
Well, they will.
You have to do something to get those beads.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. There's that. Wait, is it that type of hotel? I need to stay.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think any of us have stayed at Port Orleans, Riverside, or French Quarter. But what I was going to
now
say,
I want to.
Yeah, is I've gone over there a couple times because you can hop on the boat and go from Disney Springs up the Sassagoula River to Port Orleans, French Quarter, and visit Scat Cats, which is a really fun little club where they've got live music and you can get beignets there. And it's
You mean Paula Abdul's friend?
Yes, yeah, that's right.
It's a joke for like 4 people and 2 of them are here.
Opposites attract. He performs
They do.
exclusively. But it is very cool. And because of that, I've had a chance to sort of walk around that property. And I would say the pool area looks really cool. They've got sort of these characters in the Mardi Gras style, like alligators playing Mardi Gras music and different things around. It's a really fun, well-themed property. And I would like to stay there sometime. And I was actually thinking this summer it would be fun to do a little staycation at one of these properties. And now, I don't know, maybe this is a great opportunity to try out a refurbished room at Port Orleans French Quarter. I might have to do it.
There are a lot of deals going on right now.
That is true.
Yeah, take advantage. They've got Florida resident deals, pass holder deals, all kinds of things. I know dining.
And if you did want to book a staycation, you could visit dismornings.com to get the best deal possible.
That's true. Visit dismornings.com. I could fill out a form on the dismornings.com website, and either Stephers or Nate would probably help me. I think they would. One of the two. But yeah, that might be a good
Stephers doesn't look too thrilled to help you, so it'd probably be Nate.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Stephers, that's rude. I feel like you're throwing shade at me. And speaking of throwing shade, let's hop over to Hollywood Studios.
He's on a roll.
Feeling the transition.
He's on a roll, y'all. Oh.
This is great news. Honestly, there's nothing negative about what I'm about to share with you. It's maybe some of the best news we've had out of Hollywood Studios in a while, at least until Tuesday, May 27th. But we'll get to that in a second. Disney has added a well-themed in-story covered seating area to Woody's Lunchbox. And let me just tell you how desperately we needed something like this in Toy Story Land. Toy Story Land, since it opened, has a well-earned reputation of having no shade and being very hot. And let me tell you, it's never any worse than when you're trying to sit down with your tachos over at Woody's Lunchbox.
Oh, tachos are so good. So good.
But you roast over there. Well,
yeah.
I guess you did roast over there at Woody's Lunchbox with your amazing tachos and your little Babel cheese is just melting in the sun as you melt.
Oh my God. Yeah. You get a very soft, melty cheese by the time you pull that wax covering off your little wheel of cheese.
If you can pull it off the melty cheese.
Yeah. You're just going to drink the cheese.
Yeah.
Once you get it open.
Sounds awesome. Yeah.
Liquid cheese. But yeah, they're still doing a little cleanup work on around the outsides of this area. But basically what they've done is it looks like a structure built out of Connects. And like I said, you feel like you're still in Andy's backyard. But the shade structure it's large, but it doesn't cover all of the seating in this area. So you know this is going to be highly demanded. Yeah.
I mean, seating over there is already highly coveted and highly demanded.
Yep.
So, I mean, if now some of it has shade,
yeah.
I mean, you can't make reservations at Woody's Lunchbox, but there's going to be a lot of campers over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But they didn't, or maybe they've changed this because I haven't been there in a while. Weren't they doing a thing where you had to kind of go past a cast member and actually have your stuff before you could sit down?
Well, they've started.
Like that stopped people.
They've started doing a thing where you either have to show them that you have a mobile order or you have to get in line. So hopefully they are stopping people from just going and camping at the tables without having an order or food. I don't know that that's 100%
it's not foolproof,
effective.
but
yeah.
I'm just,
No, but you're right. I mean, it's a little better than it was because seating is limited there, and especially covered seating, because another option is going to be sitting at the tables with the umbrellas, which that helps a little bit. But what I'm hoping, I don't see it in the pictures that we've got here, but maybe they need to have some fans. I know.
Yeah.
Fans and misters. Well, maybe not misters.
Well, no, I'd take misters. I don't care.
But like above
I'll
your
eat soggy
food?
tachos, sure.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right, well.
yeah, they're going to end up soggy one way or another.
But anyway, this is I don't want to say anything bad about this right now because I'm just saying this is a win for any diners, quick service diners looking for a shady spot to eat some tasty food, because Woody's Lunchbox has some good food.
It does. Yeah.
And so who knows?
Now I want a Pop-Tart.
Oh, those Pop-Tarts are so
I'm
good.
so hungry.
The menu there is really good. I was just thinking of places in Hollywood studios to go. Woody's Lunchbox is one of my go-tos in Hollywood studio.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. I would say for me, of course, I always lean Ronto wrap. I want to go. I'm going to go get a Ronto roaster. But if I start my day at Hollywood Studios, I can start with a breakfast Ronto wrap, and that's going to scratch the itch for me. I think I do prefer the lunch version, but at least getting the breakfast version, it scratches the itch. For lunch, if I'm going quick service, I'm either going Woody's Lunchbox or Docking Bay 7, because I really do like Docking Bay 7. I know people, it's hit and miss for people, but yeah, Woody's Lunchbox is definitely worth a mention among the recommendations we would make in that location for food. So I'm excited to go try that out and check out the covering, the shade. We all need more shade in these summery times, but a little shade, a little AC. Hollywood Studios actually is about to have a couple more options for shade and AC, maybe a little break from the heat, and maybe get a little entertainment while you're at it. On Tuesday, we have a pair of grand openings for live shows. Landon, I want you to tell us about the first one. We got a little special look this past week at both of these shows, and let's preview what's coming to Hollywood Studios on Tuesday.
Yeah, in this instance, this show that's going to be opening Tuesday, May the 27th, has a twist of evil in it, as Walt Disney has shared a first look at the upcoming Disney villains, Jay's favorite title, Unfairly Ever After show, coming to Disney's Hollywood studio. The B-roll footage that we're using and looking at from Blog Mickey shows the three villains that will appear on stage, along with high-tech video walls that will supplement the show as well. The Blog Mickey article also shows an extended listen to an original song created for the show. I don't think I knew that we were getting original music for this show, which I think is really cool. In a Disney blog post, here we go. Enter the realm of the magic mirror, where dozens of villains are trapped. They want the mirror to reveal the truth. Which villain has been treated most unfairly of them all? Watch as Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent present their cases on stage, persuading with wicked wisdom and wisecracks. Will you be swayed by their hijinks and humor? It's a spellbinding show with moving music and a most memorable finale where you will help decide who has been treated most unfairly. End quote. So I guess with that last little bit, that explains why it's called Unfairly Ever After. It sounds like we're going to get some audience participation, it seems like. So just from what we're seeing in this article, I really dig the look of this show, and the quote-unquote high-tech mirrors do look really cool. I mean, at one point, like, one of the villains walks out of the mirror, and then just almost immediately, it goes from being a door to a screen mirror. It looks so cool. I'm very excited to see this in person.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I saw a little sneak preview that had been posted. Basically, the whole show has been posted if you want to go watch it now. But one of the nice things about this show, I think it's going to have the same sort of elements that we get by going to watch the Frozen show in Hollywood Studios, where the live performers are going to bring so much to the show, and I think they've got some freedom to sort of interact with the audience and play it up and tell the stories their own way. But I did see in the video they bring in some of the other villains that aren't necessarily featured on stage. Like I saw a video of Hades that popped in. And then I also heard that, yes, at the end, the audience gets to basically vote somehow on who was treated the most unfairly. So
who will be your next American Idol?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I literally thought it's like it's going to cut to Simon Cowell in his too tight T-shirt, rubbing his nipples, bloody awful. But yeah, there's potentially at least 3 different endings to the show based on that. So
a lot of, rewatchability, or at least, you get a unique experience when you go check this show out, which is exciting. And I'm looking forward to that element of it for sure.
Like I gotta be honest, like hearing that and then checking out actual pictures and footage of what the show is going to look like. And I'm more excited for this show than I originally was. When we first saw it and the concept of it, it's like, yeah, okay, all right. I am glad they're doing more with the villains, but it's like, we'll see what it is. But hearing that there is quote unquote rewritability for a show, I do think that is cool. And when you compared it to the Frozen Ever After show, I mean, like that is one of the most underrated things in Disney, in my opinion. And it's because of the storytellers. Yeah. And if the villains can have the freedom that the storytellers have, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
We've already talked about maybe Cruella, Captain Hook, and Maleficent wouldn't have been our choices for hosts. But at the same time, I am more on board and more likely to go out of my way the next time I'm in the studios to check this out than I was before they started releasing footage, pictures, an original song. I'm more on board now than I was.
Yeah, I'm with you. My excitement is building for that show for sure.
That drops this week.
Yeah, Tuesday. Tomorrow, if you're listening on Monday, the 26th. That's amazing. But
that's not the only one.
That's not the only. But wait, there's more.
Oh, I stole that transition right from under him.
You thief.
Good job.
I'm a thief, and you know who else is going to steal your soul?
Oh, very good.
Dingleberries?
No,
Dingle hoppers. Dingle hoppers.
You've been hanging out with me too much. Right. You've been hanging out with me for too long. Another show that is also opening tomorrow, if you're listening to this on drop day, is The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, the newly reimagined show that replaces the Voyage of the Little Mermaid show, which was discontinued during the world being on fire.
Mm-hmm.
When it opens, the show will feature stunning new set pieces, cutting-edge effects, and a bold new design that captures Ariel's imagination and emotions through her unique view of the world around her. The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, will have guests flipping their fins to musical numbers inspired by the film, including Part of Your World, classic, Poor Unfortunate Souls, banger, and more. Check out this beautiful concept artwork. Oh, well, there is also concept artwork for Kiss the Girl Scene, an all-new edition that captures the magic of this fresh production.
Yeah. Yeah, and looking at the pictures of this, I mean, it looks like they really have done exactly what they're saying. They've taken the old show and they've basically modernized it. They've upgraded it. One of the things I was excited to see in the pictures is the large Ursula.
I was going to say
it's
that.
It's a puppet.
It has to be.
Because that was a feature of the previous show. And I didn't know if they would bring that back, but yeah, it looks back and better than ever. So that's exciting. An element of the old show that everybody loved was sort of the black light puppets that would dance around the stage. And they're back.
It looks like they're doing that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. I can't wait to see it. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you saw, they brought in, is her name Jodie Benson? She was the voice of Ariel.
Voice of Ariel.
Yeah, so they brought her in for a preview of the show, and she got to interact with the cast. And that, if you watch that little clip, it's a bit of like a tearjerker because she's so touched to see the show, and she was really happy about it. But one of the things I always promote about this show, and it's actually true about the Beauty and the Beast show as well, live singing, which isn't always something that you get in theme park shows. A lot of times it's like pre-recorded singing, but for both this show and the Beauty and the Beast show in Hollywood Studios, you get live singing, which is always really, it's fun. It's, you get more of a connected to the performance when you get a live performance like that. So that's really nice.
Can you imagine? Well, okay, I'm going to say, can you imagine? And I think we all can imagine. But on some level, like, can you imagine becoming some iconic character, like Jodie Benson being the voice of Ariel, and like transcending time, or like whether you like the live actions or not, whether you like the remakes or not, whatever the case may be, but being somebody that's made an impact, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's so, that, I mean, no wonder people cry. No wonder people are so, connected to different characters and stuff like that. Yep. I just think it's so, it's nice when the actor who kind of defined that character is actually like a cool person to, and like genuinely likes that character that they play, can see the impact and actually cares. I don't know, because some actors are like, that was the character that I'm annoyed that you mentioned to me. And
Right.
I just think, especially in the Disney bubble,
Or maybe when they worked with an animated little bleeper.
That's right.
I wasn't gonna specify who I was talking about there, Landon. So,
Well, I would
but
imagine
you
that's
know
how Zendaya feels like when anybody brings up Michi from Littlefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Zendaya is Michi.
Littlefoot. Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Anyway, that's not the only villainous
LeBron
thing in
James
the parks.
voiced the
Parks.
never mind. Okay.
The what? Wait. Hold on. Are you talking about the Land Before Time?
No. Littlefoot was a baby brontosaur in that movie. There was an animated movie, I believe it was called Littlefoot, where LeBron James, noted voice actor LeBron James was a Bigfoot, and Zendaya was Michi.
Oh, okay. This is not something I've seen, but that sounds horrible, and I get why.
It
Maybe
kind of was.
she doesn't want to talk about it.
Stephers got there.
I had to Google it though.
Yeah,
I literally had to Google it because I had no idea what you were talking about.
That was
Nobody knows what
unfamiliar.
I'm talking about on this podcast. The plot of Littlefoot is
It's called Smallfoot.
Same thing. Shut up. A human crashes his planes in the mountains, and a group of Yetis or Bigfoots find him and take him in. And once again, noted voice actor LeBron James is in the cast. And
Channing
Zendaya
Tatum?
is Michi.
Channing Tatum is also in the cast.
I can't get past the fact that they got LeBron James. It's like, hey, you know the guy who's really good at basketball? Yeah, let's get him in this movie.
Did this come
Yeti
before?
or not?
Did that?
Here
Oh
they
my
come.
God! Is that the tagline? Oh no!
Out in 2018, and that is why no one remembers it. Anyway,
But we all remember that Zendaya is Michi.
It's a warrant. Well, I didn't.
I did-
Now I know.
You'll never forget now, will you?
Oh my God! James Corden is a voice. Danny DeVito,
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
of course LeBron James.
Yep.
We're doing great, y'all. We're doing great.
This is
We are
not.
now a Smallfoot podcast.
It's not a Disney movie now. It's a Warner Brothers movie, but Oh wait. So one of the top commonly one of the most commonly asked questions about Smallfoot, because I just Googled Smallfoot, okay? So the first question was, is Smallfoot a Disney movie? The answer is no. The second one is Smallfoot woke? Okay, here's the answer.
No, you clicked it.
Yeah.
You clicked it. No.
This
Well, we got to know.
we
Is
have
it
to know,
woke?
is it woke? I need to know if I need to cancel this movie or not.
Okay.
Okay. This delightful, smart, colorful animated tale contains a surprisingly woke message about tolerance, acceptance, and the indoctrination of society and the lies our leaders sell us in order to keep the wheels spinning.
You've sold me on the movie.
This
It's time
is-
season.
Don't tip me.
This is too timely. I think we all need to watch Smallfoot.
That's what I'm doing as soon as we're done here. Let's just wrap it. Follow me on Blue Sky. I'm
Wow.
legit crying. Oh my god.
All right.
Yeti or not, here they go.
I'm going to notify Ron
Oh,
DeSantis
well, oh my
about this
God.
movie. Was
Played by LeBron James.
Oh, my
man.
god. Oh, my sides hurt.
There is still one villainous thing in the Magic Kingdom we
Wait.
have to talk about.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
before we
God.
move on, did you know that Channing Tatum sings in the movie Smallfoot?
oh my. Yes, please. Thank. Oh, that keeps getting better.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. We'll move on.
I pee my pants if we keep going with this small adventure. And I don't want to be.
Oh.
We are not a Smallfoot podcast.
No, we are not. But we will watch it for the content.
Oh, wow. Maybe we become a Smallfoot podcast and only a Smallfoot podcast going forward.
After that description, I think I'm open to the idea. And Channing Tatum sings.
Can I tell you, the movie is only an hour. Sorry, I'm still going. The movie is only an hour and 36 minutes, and it actually has 76% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
that seems good. Okay,
That's good.
All right, guys. Okay, I'm saying
the first 5-star rating that I see, surprisingly good. It's nothing groundbreaking, but to be honest, it's pretty original in its execution. And then the second comment, 2 stars. Who actually remembers this?
That's good. That's good. I like the counterbalance.
It hurts.
We didn't remember it. We were calling it Littlefoot to begin with.
That's true.
I didn't even know what it was.
Oh, God.
I am definitely going to watch this movie. Don't mind me. We're going to just...
Well, don't start it yet.
I'm not starting it right now.
All right. Let's rein it back.
That's going to be the secret sound. It's going to be all of us watching Littlefoot.
Littlefoot. Looking for...
You can't say Littlefoot because then I thought you were talking about Land Before
That's
Time.
what I
and
thought.
Then I was so confused.
Yep. And I figured there probably was a movie called Littlefoot because didn't they make like 100 sequels to The Land Before Time?
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, they milked
Yeah,
that
I don't
dinosaur
know.
to death.
Can you milk a dinosaur?
If it has nipples, you can. Haven't you seen Meet the Parents?
Can you milk?
Is milking a dinosaur? Whoa.
First thing is a Reddit post. Did any dinosaurs lactate or produce?
Oh, man.
Oh.
I'm going to say no. Dinosaurs were not mammals. That's the thing.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Opening the Reddit post.
You can't milk them. You can't milk a crane. Dinosaurs...
Well, that's something you use to build houses with.
Oh, that's true. There's big ones all over Disney right now. Big Thunder's got a crane. Astro
Downtown Nashville has a ton of them.
The defining thing about mammals is
mammalians.
Mammary is what I'm trying to say.
Mammary.
Which produce milk. Some birds do have crop milk, but it does not come from those glands. Or as birds are avian dinosaurs, it's entirely possible some had crop milk, but no evidence has been found.
Crop milk? What the heck is that?
I'm not Googling that because
I'm Googling what's crop milk.
I barely understand what powdered milk is. Now there's crop milk?
What is crop milk?
He's going to come up with some questionable websites about the Quaker Oats, man.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're getting into some NSFW statistics.
Milk comes from a soft tissue and is an organic liquid. It would be very hard to fossilize proof.
I think Jimmy did definitely go into some NSFW stuff.
I don't know if I can read this out loud.
No, don't read it. Please don't. We're a Disney podcast. We need to reel it
his
back in.
reaction. Oh, gosh.
I bet you there's some hippies that is that appropriate to say? I bet you there's some hippies somewhere that only put crop milk in their coffee. I would say
that's supposed to be breast milk.
I don't want to know what that is.
It's milk that comes from a soft tissue and is an organic liquid. Oh.
Oh no, Stephers. Oh no, Stephers. Wait, we gotta spin it back. We gotta rein it back.
Disney.
Michi as Smallfoot or Zendaya as Michi.
Yeah, Zendaya is Michi. Yeah.
Zendaya is Michi. Oh, wow. Okay.
There's one more.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
One more news article that we have to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, there's more? Oh, man.
The last thing I'm going to talk about is a very exciting pass holder exclusive limited time photo op. I had no transition for this. Coming to the Magic Kingdom. As part of the continued push for everything Disney villains this summer to promote the new Unfairly After stage show. Now take note, coming to Hollywood Studios, there's going to be a limited time photo op starting June 15th in Fantasyland of the Magic Kingdom.
Huh?
So
Maleficent can't be seen in two different places. Like
she's not even going to be there. It's a magic shot.
But she's going to be in Hollywood studio on the stage.
I don't understand
I thought
this
it was
at
outside.
all.
Wait, I thought it was outside.
To celebrate the Mistress of Evil, pass holders can strike a sinister pose while a Disney PhotoPass photographer snaps your pic during a Maleficent-themed photo opportunity. So she's not even going to be there. Once captured, open the My Disney Experience app to view your magic shot featuring Diablo, Maleficent's raven. Wait, she's not even going to be in the picture.
And also, her raven has a name, and it's Diablo? What the hell?
Will you be able to milk Diablo as part of the special photo op?
No, but maybe you will be presented with some crop milk because birds are avian dinosaurs.
Wow.
Oh.
I can see it now on YouTube. Dinosaurs? Can you milk them?
Yeah, that's going to get demonetized real fast.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
What a time. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Monday Morning Monorail podcast.
Well,
Going to be in Fantasyland right next to
Diablo.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. We got there. We got to an edit point.
Whoops.
Yeah, behind the castle, by the castle walls, to the right of Pinocchio Village House, where Rob says they have good flatbreads, and I say no.
I heard
sir.
that. Yeah,
Don't like any of the food at Magic Kingdom. Period.
I do. But I just don't
Quick
like
service.
that food.
I don't like anything. Anyway,
Casey's is pretty good, and
I've never been to Casey's. I think I need to try those corn dog.
You really
That's
should.
where
The
that
corn
is,
dog
right?
nuggets are good.
Nuggets.
yeah, corn dog nuggies are good. What's the place where you can get the folded up waffles with?
Oh yeah, that's
fruit
Sleepy
on it?
Hollow. Yeah,
But
Sleepy
it's
Hollow's
not.
good.
But that's not a thing anymore. You just get a waffle. It's not a sandwich anymore, right? It's just a waffle with
it's
fruit
a
on
large
top.
waffle with fruit on top. I don't know if it's foldable or not. I haven't had it
It
since
didn't
they
look
changed
foldable.
it.
It looked
Oh yeah,
big.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But they still
Well,
have it. They
anything's
just changed the
foldable if you
waffle.
try.
Yeah, that's true. But
By the way, this photo op is available June 15th through July 31st from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
wow,
I
interesting.
didn't. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's you got a 6-hour window. That's interesting.
Yeah. So okay.
At
I
the
mean, that's
beginning
good
of your
to
day,
know.
you milk some dinosaurs,
Yeah.
and then you go over.
Yeah,
there
that's
you
true. Pre 3 p.m.
Yeah, you
is-
wake up when the sun comes up, go milk your dinosaurs, then head over to the Magic Kingdom after you've yielded your crop.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay. Well, we learned a lot.
I'm proud of myself. I haven't dropped an F-bomb up until this point in the run
That's
of the
true.
monorail.
That's true.
Yeah. Good job by me, question mark?
I mean, today. You're saying today because there's definitely been F-bombs in the past, but...
No, in this run of the monorail.
in this run.
This run.
Oh, okay. That could be true. I don't know. There's no way to prove it because if it was there, we got rid of it.
I've been very good at censoring myself because we have the video element. I know you can catch it on the audio, but I mean, I just said the F word on YouTube. So speaking of being
I'm
demonetized,
proud. I'm proud of you, Landon.
thanks, buddy.
Yeah. We can talk Magic Kingdom quick service and stuff like that on a future episode. But yeah, I mean, Landon, you brought it up. I know it happens to me too. When people know you're a Disney fan, especially if they know you do a Disney podcast, you get texts from friends, family, acquaintances, and they say, where should we go eat in Magic Kingdom? Because I think it is one of those places where it's very hit and miss. But I think there are some hidden gems at Magic Kingdom, but that can be discussed on a future episode of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. For now, I say we wrap it up because I think we've just about milked all the goodness out of today's show. But before we go, Stephers, let's talk about Twitch. Are you still Twitch streaming?
I am. I did take a couple weeks break. Just Gimli I was gonna stream this past Friday, but I had to take Gimli to the vet. He's on the mend. And I was out of town and stuff, so I wasn't streaming, but I am streaming still on Twitch. I think I'm going to switch to Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, though, instead of Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays, just so I can have my Saturdays to myself.
Makes sense.
So, you know, I have a Discord, so y'all can come join and figure that out. Adventures with Stephers on all the things. Oh, I got to tell the guy something offline that I can't say officially yet on live internet.
Aha.
Quote unquote live. But yeah, exciting things are happening.
We'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline.
Landon, what about you? How are things going over in the radio world?
I didn't get fired Friday, or
Yeah.
if I did, I haven't gotten that email yet, and I'm not going to do it because it's a long weekend. But you can check me out on the Phil Show 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday at newstalk987.com, or if you're here in East Tennessee in Knoxville, that's News Talk 98.7 WOKI radio station. And we also are on the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 98.7 app as well. But if you don't want to hear my shenanigans on the radio, you can follow me on social media, particularly at Blueski. That's THEDOZ, Landon on Blueski, Landon Doane. I'm the best, Landon Doane, not the rest. That's my small slice of the internet where I talk about fun stuff like comic books and sports and professional wrestling and video games and movies and TV. Oh, I went and saw the new Lilo and Stitch with Smoking Hot Fiance and her daughter. That was fun. Like like Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies, the original animated one. I enjoyed the new live action version of Lilo and Stitch. I would definitely go see it again and would 2 thumbs up from the
Nice.
Hold on.
Get
There we
that
go.
other
2
thumb.
thumbs up from the Doz. Yeah. And I look forward to seeing it again. They made some changes, so it's different enough from the original to make it stand on its own, but it stayed true enough to the original to be like, okay, yeah, they're telling the story that you came for. And I mean, like, I like Stitch. I'm wearing a Stitch Walt Disney World baseball jersey. So
Yeah.
But yeah, follow me on Blue Sky. The world sucks, and we'll make it a little bit less terrible together, one post at a time, I suppose. And enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. Remember why we get the day off if you're here in America, or if this is just a Monday for you. Have a good Monday and breathe, have a little bit of fun. And if you could do both of those things, that would mean the world to me. And I'll talk to y'all. Actually, no, I won't talk to y'all next week because I will be driving back from seeing Nate Bargatze in Chattanooga. So I'll talk to y'all in 2 weeks.
Nice.
But love you, mean it.
Yeah, that's exciting. You get to go to all the fun comedy shows.
I do, yeah. I saw Taylor Tomlinson earlier this year in Chicago, and then met Taylor Tomlinson the next day at a museum. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I get to go see Bargatze next week. So
I'm really sad After Midnight is ending. I love that show.
I know, but it seems like it was her choice. So
Yeah. Well,
go out
that's
on
good.
your own terms. I respect that, Taylor.
I just want to share with everyone that flamingos produce a bright red colored crop milk. Bright red.
That's off-putting.
Are we sure they're... Well, I'm not going to get into it. Thank you all for listening to this show. We have a great time doing it. I hope you have a great time listening, even when we go off on tangents and get a little bit silly. But you know what? I kind of think that's what you all like about us, and that's what keeps you coming back.
Wait. In our defense, we did not talk about drinking figment milk.
That's not today. But you
Not
did just
today.
bring it up.
Yeah, not today. Yeah.
Correct, but like in a general sense. Like we've moved on from figment. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
didn't we bring that
For
up?
now.
Okay. Anyway, Monday Morning Monorail and all your...
Go to dismornings.com. You can find us there at Morning Monorail on all the things. I'm Justin_Monorail if you want to follow me. I actually have a TikTok that just went over 12,400 views. My first ever over 10K. And it was me and Theme Park Rob doing the glam bot trend on Tower of Terror. And we kind of nailed it. I just got to say, it's pretty good. So go check me out. I'll tell you offline.
Yeah.
That'll be another
Yeah.
offline chat.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
But we love you all so much. Thanks for being part of the Monorail family. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Until then, thank a team member, thank a cast member, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
The Monday Morning Monorail podcast is part of the Dis Mornings Network. Visit DizMornings.com for Walt Disney World news, rumors, trip planning advice, and our blog. You can also visit our merch shop and look good when you're traveling to the parks. Don't forget, if you're looking to book a vacation, you can fill out a form on the DizMornings.com website, and Nate or Stephers will reach out and help you get a great deal and take the stress away from booking your next trip to Walt Disney World, Universal, or beyond. Again, visit DizMornings.com for all your Monday Morning Monorail and Diz Mornings needs.